Hey there everyone, and welcome back. I'm Heroix Golden, and once again, I have another low round world record to show you guys. This is Firebase C done on the lowest round it ever has, or ever will, be done. And guess what the craziest part is? This time, it's not even my record. Don't get me wrong, the gameplay here is mine, but my friend Pizza Yum Yum did this a week earlier than I did. I just have both the pleasure and the pain of showing you guys how we did it. As always, before I get into that, you guys know what I'm about to ask. Pause the video and comment below what round you think I'll have this done by, and also include how many resets you think it took as well. Because unfortunately for me, and fortunately for your guys' enjoyment, this is another map that required a massive amount of RNG, aka restarts. At the end, I'll show both and see if anyone was close. And if you enjoy these videos, make sure to subscribe and let me know any other maps you guys would like to see as well. When I spawn in, it's important that I spawn with the Sai melee weapons. This allows me to skip buying the first door by jumping from the box over to the ledge. Once I get through the portal, I'll wait a moment and let the zombies start spawning here, and then I activate a trial. This is the first RNG challenge, and let me tell you, although it's not quite as bad as getting excavator pie on round 1 on Moon, well, it isn't much better. Because not only do I need the trial to be one of 2 out of a few dozen possible trials, but on top of that, I need the reward from the trial to be a certain reward. And this time, it's not the wonder weapon. I need it to give points, specifically enough for me to afford getting to the first Aether Reactor. The chance of that happening is even less likely than it giving me the trial I need. So not only do I have to restart over and over until I finally get the trial, but the few times I do get it, it's usually a situation like this. It would usually just give me a stun grenade or just a scrap of salvage. Eventually though, it did give me enough points. After crouching at quick revive, tombstone, and then repairing windows, it gave me just enough to open the doors to the first Aether Reactor and still have 400 points left. Crouching at stamina up gave me the last 100 I needed, so I was able to start the Aether Reactor. I start killing for the reactor, which also causes it to flip to round 2. During the round flip, I make sure to repair windows for the additional points. On round 2, I kill 6 more zombies to finish it, since each Aether Reactor needs 12 kills in solo. I pick up the shovel right outside as well. When heading over to the data center, I go around the back. This way I don't have to buy the door leading from the crash site to the barracks over to the data center. I start its Aether Reactor now. I kill the remaining 3 zombies left on the round and flip it to round 3. Now you guys want to know the real crazy part? Y'all are about to see how to start the mimic step on this round. Even though I still have nearly this whole reactor plus the one in command center still to do. I kill 9 more zombies to finish off this reactor, leaving me with only 4 zombies left. I open up the motor pool area so I can grab the Rai K blueprint from Weapons Lab. Now I'm able to come over to the outside of mission control to grab the eye, but before doing so I have to make sure all my zombies are walking. And this is actually where I spend a good 15 minutes. Thankfully, the timer for the round automatically flipping doesn't start until you finish the final Aether Reactor. So after running away, then running back a few dozen times to respawn my zombies, I finally managed to have all 4 of them walking. It's important that for this next part I have the health bar showing on the zombies, and then I just punch the zombies in the face. Literally. Aside from anger management, this actually has an important reason. This allows me to know that those zombies are my real round 3 zombies. This will make sense in just a second. I have to make sure the zombies are as far over this way as I can, and then I interact with the body to pick up the eye. During this time, the zombies will walk away, so by having them as far over this way as possible first, it prevents them from getting far enough away to despawn. After picking up the eye, it spawns an extra 9 zombies. These zombies aren't real zombies though, or in other words, they don't prevent the round from flipping. This is why I needed to hit the real zombies, so I know which ones were real and which ones were fake. I have to slowly train them over to the command center Aether Reactor, making sure I stay really close to them the whole time. Otherwise they'll despawn even if I'm only just around the corner from them. Again, I'm thankful that I at least don't have to worry about the round automatically flipping yet. Once they're close enough, I activate the reactor and start killing them for it. I'm careful about which ones I kill, since I know the ones missing health are my real ones. I finished the reactor with 2 of my real zombies still alive. Now I have to hurry, because I only have a certain amount of time before the round automatically flips. I go back through the portal, and after talking to Ravenov, I also grab stamina. Portal again so I can talk to Peck. It saves a few seconds being able to interact with him through the floor. Then, again, back through the portal. I have to wait a moment for his and Peck's dialogue to finish before I can talk to him. As soon as I do, I'll rush up the stairs and look towards the bunny to start the bunny Easter egg. Since I have to wait for more dialogue from Ravenov, it doesn't hurt too much on time for me to do the side Easter egg. I take the chance while in here to get a few additional points, but unfortunately I can't farm too much since I'm limited on time. I actually played it a lot riskier than I should have, to be honest, but I should be okay still. Once I destroyed the last bunny, I opened the box for the free jug. This also gave me a shot at getting the Rai K for free, and it would have taken a lot of stress out of the rest of the run, but as per usual, my golden luck is anything but golden, so obviously I don't get it. As soon as it teleports me out, I pick up the key card, come across the room, and grab the first compound from the storage cabinet. I go through the portal and into the engineering room to grab the second compound. The third compound I get from the colonel's office over in military command. I bring all 3 of them over to the field hospital and place them. This causes a couple of dogs to spawn in while I wait. Once I'm able to, I pick up the device. I bring it outside mission control and place it here in the corner, then run inside and wait for Peck to get high. Random funny story while we wait for Peck. This gun blueprint I literally had for a year and a half before a friend downloaded Cold War for the first time and loaded into Outbreak with me. 10 minutes into the game and he shows me this inspect animation that I had literally never seen before on a blueprint that I had had for over a year. I don't miss a thing. Nope, not me. As soon as Peck mentions the necklace, I interact with him and then take off over to Data Center. After a bit more dialogue, I'm finally able to pick up the trap. And also, I have under 3 minutes to get this mimic caught and put in for the code before the round flips. No pressure. Most people still aren't aware, but the mimic will only spawn in one of 3 locations. Motor Pole, over in the command center, or at the top of the spawn area up to the right of Pack-a-Punch. Of course, while checking those locations, I didn't go far enough into the command center, so I ended up using the portal to go check spawn, and after seeing it wasn't there, I realized I likely just lost this run. Now the real fun part. It wasn't in command center either. I am also down to under 2 minutes at this point as well. I finally go to Motor Pole and spawn the mimic in, then shoot it until it gets low enough health that I can use the trap on it. Definitely crossing fingers and toes hoping this isn't one of those games where the trap bugs out and doesn't activate when the mimic's near it. Thankfully, it worked. I hurry and place it over in the memory transference station, then wait to see if the dialogue triggers before the round flips. When I tell you guys it was close, I mean it was barely a few seconds before the round flip.
That's one of the activation codes.
First thing I do once the round flips is check for the mimic, which this time ended up being at spawn. I trap the mimic, making sure to avoid killing any zombies. I take it back over to the data center and insert it. The reason I avoided killing any zombies is because the next major challenge to this run, I still have to get the Rai K, and the only way of getting it at this point is by doing trials. If you've seen any of my previous videos, or know me at all, you know how likely that is to happen to me. So imagine how much it took to get up to this point, and the RNG to get a run started, just to get here and lose it all because of trial luck. Bet you guys are considering changing those guesses on how many resets it took now. That's assuming it even gives me trials that allow me to get it to legendary, because I have to get it before this round ends. Thankfully, the first trial was a remain in area trial, and I had a rare reward by the end of it. Although I was really beginning to worry when the next trial was a remaining area again as well. It was a little too good to be true. Things are going a little too well. By the end of that trial, I was up to having an epic reward. The next trial was to kill zombies in data center. There's not enough time to let the trial run out and start another one, but fortunately, it only took 15 kills to get my reward to legendary. Now the moment of truth. When I accepted the reward, I honestly hesitated to even look at it for a moment, because after so many restarts, I wasn't ready to face another run being lost. But then I had to pause my game so I could shout a little bit, seeing that it actually did give me the Rai K. I killed the rest of my zombies after grabbing some armor, and immediately have the final mimic spawn right inside the entrance to Skybridge. Which is a big help because the round is going to flip every 10 minutes up until the boss, so the more I'm able to knock out every round, the better. A little slower than I liked, but I do get it trapped and put into the machine. I also pick up another trap, and after getting a regular zombie low enough health, I trap it. Once it allows me to grab the disc, I pick it up, take it over to the planning office, and insert it into the quantum mainframe. I come up the stairs so the door opens, which triggers some more dialogue, and then I just wait for it to finish. I talk to Peck again, and while waiting for him to finish talking, I throw the trap down that I trapped the zombie in a moment ago. Then I run back over to the data center so I can grab a fresh one. Peck finally finishes talking, so now we just have to wait for Ravenov. While waiting for him to give me the code, I start killing zombies. Since I have that one trapped, I can kill every other zombie on the map at this point and not have to worry about the round flipping except from the timed flip. Once I'm able to, I grab the aether meter out of the locker. I come over to the open lot and dig here in the corner so that the canisters spawn. And also trap the zombie in a fresh trap as soon as the first one runs out. At this point I have to find the canister that is pure or clean, and thankfully it was the third one I checked, so it didn't cost me too much time. I place it in the aether reactor in mission control, then hurry over to the barracks area. And for this one, I'm able to shoot the Rai K at the ground before digging it up, which saves me from having to chase it around the area and then shooting it and picking it up. I place it in the aether reactor in data center. The final canister I dig up in the jungle area outside military command. This is the one that cost me the most amount of time. I do my best to kill everything as it spawns to speed things up, because any minute now I'm going to lose a round. Finally, it finishes and allows me to grab the canister. I place it in the military command reactor and run back over to the OPC. I have to sit here and wait for even more dialogue of Peck doing his dirty, and then, guess what? I'm wait some more. As this is all going on, I'm literally counting down the seconds because at this point, I have a minute and 20 seconds before the round automatically flips. Everything I've done from catching the third mimic up until now, I've done within 10 minutes. Or technically within 9 minutes. And of course, once I could use the computer, it couldn't just play nice and be the first satellite I hovered over. I target the correct one, then run up so I can interact with the console and start the boss fight right away. And then I go and get trapped. I was halfway to having my face planted on the desk at this point, realizing I just somehow lost a run right before the boss, but then I remembered I had Aether Shroud. Get back to the console and begin spamming it to start the boss fight, and somehow, with just a few seconds to spare, it begins. Now that the boss fight has started, I at least don't have to worry about the round flipping. No, there's other things to worry about now, such as not having any ammo. And I couldn't afford to pack, because the Rai K was still unpacked. So rather than worry about the boss, I focus on getting points with the little bit of ammo I do have. Using lethals to kill zombies manages to give me just enough so that I could actually pack the Rai K. In between shooting the boss, I still prioritize killing zombies so that once I can afford it, I'm able to buy Mule Kick. And with it, I can finally stop worrying about ammo, since Mule Kick on Cold War was actually really good for giving ammo drops, unlike BO6 or BO7. I only focused on shooting the boss during the times that he shoots fireballs out, since you can shoot him for a lot more damage then. I slowly worked on killing him and used the time in between to clear out the rest of the zombies so I didn't get wrecked by them while trying to shoot the boss. Funniest part about this is that I spent longer in the boss fight than I did doing all those steps on round 5. It finally even got to the point where I was able to afford Pack a second time, and once I did that, I was able to nuke the rest of his health within just a few shots, making this a round 5 Firebase Easter egg. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to showing you guys another low round world record pretty soon, but until then, I'll catch you all later.